I actually made a list of things that I want the new athletic director to do for us. Would you like to hear them?
Absolutely.
So, first of all, and this is just off the cuff. At a minimum, I mean, I think season ticket holders for all of the revenue sports should have a line on in their season ticket holder renewal to give to the Swarm. I think that the NCAA allows for universities, athletic departments to help raise money. They can't give money, but they can help market and raise money for the collectives. And it seems to me that, if you remember, I got chastised for asking for the season ticket holder email information, and they said, "Oh, we don't do that," and whatever. I'm like, fine, I'm totally fine to not have that information. Why don't you contact them for me and ask for them to consider a donation to the Swarm? And so I don't think that's too much to ask. In fact, that seems like a no-brainer to me. They're asking for money for the iClub. Why can't they ask for money for this?
I think that's why they can't ask for money for this.
What's that?
I think that's why they don't ask. I think that's why.
And that gets to my second point. So my second point is, I think they need to reorganize the University of Iowa Foundation and how they compensate their people and how they evaluate their people. So these people, as I understand it, have sales quotas of some sort, right? And if I'm one of them and I go to, and donor X is usually going to give $100,000 a year. I'm just making it up. And if this guy or family decides that they're going to instead this year give $50,000 to the foundation and $50,000 to Swarm, I don't know that necessarily that should negatively impact one of the fundraisers for the foundation. And in fact, I think they should get full credit, so to speak. Right now, I think there's a disincentive for them, a financial disincentive for them to, or otherwise, to get people to donate for us. Now, they're nice people, and they'll tell me or tell us that they, are trying to help us. But you always have in life, you got to follow the money. And when someone doesn't have a financial incentive to help you, in fact, they have a financial disincentive to help you, how much are they really going to help that much? So that's one thing that I think they could really change that would be good for Iowa athletics in general.
And real quick before you go on to number 2, Brad, let me just comment if I could, and I'll see if I'm understanding what you're saying. What I hear you saying is that this is not the issues here may not have all been just Gary Barta being stubborn. This is a situation where we need to reevaluate how we're evaluating our administrators and our people who, let's be honest, Don and I have talked about this in this very show, but when people in the past have been critical of Gary Barta for a number of reasons, the fallback has always been, well, he's a really good
fundraiser.
Yeah, that's what it's been. So I understand if that's the fallback for some issues that have cropped up during the Barta tenure. I can see why that may make someone like Gary Barta somewhat uncomfortable when he's actively promoting for donor money to go elsewhere. I'm just speculation. But
you can speculate. Yeah, I just feel like this is the kind of thing we're talking about, working together and trying to understand that we need to all row in the same direction. And this just the structure, and I would blame athletics for the structure. They need to change the structure. The athletics has changed, so we need to reevaluate the way that we do things. And furthermore, I would tell you, if you were to do some research and look at other Power 5 programs, in particular in the Big Ten, you'll notice that a lot of them are hiring NIL personnel. I think I just saw a school, can't remember who it was today, that the basketball program hired an NIL person. Okay. I mean, there are athletic departments now that say, I'm going to tab you, so-and-so, to 100% of your job is to help the collective, look for ways to help our collective be successful. Can't give them money, but you can do things to help the collective. Okay. And that's, we don't have anybody like that at Iowa. And to my knowledge, we don't even have anybody that they've tabbed to say, hey, can you kind of give them some lip service at least, or so it's nobody's job to help us at this point, whereas other schools have embraced that. So that's probably the number. I guess that would be number 3. And then the next one I have is that I think that they should reevaluate their deal with Learfield. Learfield, as you know, gives the athletic department a lot of money, many millions of dollars, to have rights for the broadcasts and advertising rights and those kinds of things. And I happen to know that Learfield knows that, and if you're Learfield, you're a for-profit entity, right? Learfield is in the business of making money. Well, when the Hawkeyes are successful, Learfield's going to be able to charge more for advertising. They're going to make more money when the Hawks are winning, right? That's just kind of how life works. Okay. Well, if Learfield's willing to restructure the deal so that Learfield is paying us as a hedge, as insurance that the Hawkeyes are going to be successful on the field, I would like for the athletic department to take less from Learfield, so Learfield is kept sort of neutral. Now all of a sudden the collective is being funded. It's not the athletic department paying us. We have a deal with Learfield. We're a partner with Learfield. I would like to see Learfield pay us a substantial amount of money, and I know they'll do it if our athletic director will concede and restructure their deal. I think this would be a game changer for Iowa athletics. It would be nothing that hurts a for-profit entity. In fact, the for-profit entity Learfield will look at it as a good thing for themselves, because now they are helping to ensure their profits. They're helping that we're going to be better when the NIL collective is strong. And so I would like to see that happen. And then last, I would say this is something that I see almost every other athletic department athletic director do. I want to see frequent calls to arms. And I know it makes me sound needy, but when an athletic director says it's a new era, the Swarm is our collective. We need you to give to the Swarm. The Swarm needs your support. The Swarm is going to help us win championships. You want us to win championships. We need you. We need your money for facilities, but we really also need your money to be sent to the Swarm collective, because that does impact winning. And you guys are Hawk fans and want to see us win. So, I mean, those are kinds of things that I would like to see the next athletic director do.